it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Zoo Console Edition video. Welcome back to Eden Gardens Zoological Park. In the last episode, we made a start on the hippo enclosure and the train going around the lake, around this central point of the zoo. Now, I have an apology to make. If you watched the last episode of the series, I'm not gonna lie, that episode is now pretty much redundant because I didn't like a lot of what I did. I've actually gone back and redone the vast majority of it because I just wasn't happy with what I'd done. All of the wall has stayed the same, but the central lake has now all changed. The island that's in the center has all changed. The train that went through the tunnel has now gone completely. I didn't like the tunnel at all. I didn't like how the terrain had come up into that great big mound. So I've gone back, readdressed that, and completely redone it. I've also now done the entire train station. That is now completely done, so we can go and have a look at that in this episode. But unfortunately, the lag has started. I've started encountering a couple of problems in this zoo, so that is going to be something that we're going to have to address in this episode. But without further ado, let's hop into the zoo. Right, so here we are, and it's snowing. We haven't had snow for absolutely ages. This is fantastic because I would love to go and see the zoo as it is right now with snow on it, because there's a lot of things that we've added since the last time it snowed. So, as you can see, the train station is over there. We won't go and have a look at that right now. We'll wait until the snow has melted so we can see it properly. So we've got the train station just opposite the wolf enclosure. So we've got the main station building just there. We have Eden Railway. I didn't like where that font was, so I've actually gone back and changed that. I've elevated that up a little bit. And we've got the otters to our left. I don't believe we've seen the otters before since it snowed. And now, of course, the snow has stopped. Fantastic. Okay. Well, right, let's go down to the reptile house because I would love to see around the reptile house with all snow around it. I haven't seen that before. So let's come down here quickly before it melts and let's have a look at the foliage. And now it started raining, so quick, have a look before it melts. It has such a different look in the snow, but oh well, never mind. There you go, it's all melted. Never mind. Well, it was nice while it lasted, wasn't it? Right, let's start heading back this way and we can start looking at some of the changes that I've made. So the central lake with the island, I've extended this island a lot because it just felt like a little, almost like a snowdrop in the ocean as it was before. It didn't really have any characteristics to it, so I've extended that island and made it a lot bigger for the hippos, and they all really like it. They spend a lot of time on that central island. But as we start heading over past the train station, I had to make a lot of modifications to make this work. So the prairie dog enclosure, the staff path, no longer runs up the left-hand side. It now runs up the right-hand side, and we have an entire new staff block of facilities right here to give them easy access to both the prairie dog and the hippo enclosure. So as we turn right here, we've got the staff path coming over the train line. Mind your step and make sure to look right for the trains. And what is amazing, what I've noticed, is when the train comes around, if there is staff going over there, the train actually stops and waits for them, which is fantastic, unlike Planet Coaster where it just ran over everybody. But as we start turning right, this is where the train originally went underground, and this is where I decided I didn't like it. So all around the train so far has been the same, but at this point I then leveled all of the terrain back out and I had it coming around. I've got the glass enclosure just to our right hand side so the guests can see into the hippo enclosure whilst they're on the train. You can see the staff facilities right in front of you, and then as we carry on coming around, we'll come over that staff path, carry on past the hippo enclosure, and then on the left hand side we've got the transfer track or the maintenance facility for the train. I want to say a huge thank you to Welfare for building that building for me. Thank you ever so much. He works with trains, so he knew exactly what it was that I needed. And then we've got the signal box right there. So we've got the up line, down line, and the sidings. And you've got the track that splits off in multiple directions to give access back to this maintenance facility. We've got the wind turbine just there. And then we've got another train just sat inside that building in the maintenance facility. But I really like that building. Thank you ever so much, Welfare. It fits into the area so well. Yeah, great job. Absolutely love that. And then as we head out to the maintenance facility, we'll follow this track back down, which will take you to the second side of the platform. That one, of course, is unused. I don't have any trains going down on that. And then the train comes in here just as one's pulling into the station right now. We've got the yellow line. Stay behind the line until the train has come to a complete stop. And then you've got the queue line running just in front of the train station itself. So they enter there and then exit down here. We've got the planters coming all the way around the building. The pathing is going all the way around this building, so there's multiple access points. And then inside the building itself, I thought I would hide some food and drink in here. I haven't decorated inside here. It doesn't need to be a highly detailed building. I've just hidden some stuff in there. We needed some food and drink. So there's 2 food, 2 drink, and an information kiosk all inside there. And then as we come round, this is the queue line for the train. So you come around here, we've got loads of puddles on the floor. I love all that detail and the puddles collecting on the floor with the rain. That's fantastic. And then we've just got some smaller details around here. We've got a bike rack just there. And then you turn right and hop on the train right there. So this has been a huge project. It's taken me the best part of 2 days to get this done, and I'm not sure I would have been able to do it without all of Welfare's help and support. Coming into the chat, having a look at it, giving me some advice and feedback, things to change. So thank you ever so much for all of your help, Welfare. I'm not sure I would have been able to do that without you. But we've got this little gap here, and I think this would be perfect to put in some tortoises. It even comes out there, so we can put the wall coming around there. I think that would be perfect. But before we do that, I think we need to go and do a welfare check on all of our animals. We haven't done it in about 3 or 4 episodes. We've neglected the animals recently. So let's go and have a quick check on them all, see how they're all doing. Where are all the wolves? Oh, look, they're all asleep in the hard shelter. Look at that brown wolf right there. Oh, wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. I love the colouring on that one. And it's so cute how they're all in the hard shelter asleep right here. Let's have a look at your welfare. 92%. Fantastic. We've got a lot of wolves right now. I think what we'll do is we'll go around and we'll have a look at all of the animals, and then we'll look at trading some out once we've done the welfare check on them all. We've got a great shot right there from inside the hard shelter where the guests can look through. Let's go over and have a look at the crocs, see how they're doing. I know these guys have been breeding a lot, so I think we've got quite a few crocodiles again now. There's one right there. Let's have a look. Your welfare is 101%. 101? Wow, you're super happy. You're like so happy you've broken the game happy. I'm not sure how that's happened, but we'll go with it. They are ecstatic crocodiles. Right, and let's head down this way. So I think we'll do a welfare check in order of the animals that we put in. So the next ones would have been the otters. So let's go and have a look at the otters. These guys are quite difficult to keep happy. We've got some notifications. Right, so them notifications right there, we're going to have 2 permanently now because I've got incomplete pieces of track. So they're always going to be there. I'm never going to be able to get rid of them. And your welfare is 102%. Not to be outdone by the crocodiles. The otters are like, nope, we're going to be even happier. And I can't see any others. How many have we got now? Ah, right. We've only got 1. At what point did that happen? I'm not even sure. We need to get a female in here as a matter of urgency. Before we even carry on doing the welfare check, let's get a female in here and get that sorted. So I think that second one is the better of the 2. Let's send her into there and them guys can get breeding. Yeah, I didn't even notice that I was down to the 1. So That wasn't ideal, but at least we've addressed the problem now. I've put a couple of vending machines inside the Warthog hard shelter, but I have since deleted them because the electric generator and the water pump was having a negative effect on the guests, so I have deleted them afterwards to prevent that. Let's have a look at the Warthogs. Why is your enrichment so low? The food enrichment, 27%. I am convinced that that wasn't an issue before. I may have to go back and watch some of the older episodes to check that, but I am sure that we had the enrichment up to 100% before. So why is that now changed? It's only on 15 of 56, and we've only got what appears to be the two different things. So I think we'll just pop another one of the fruit feeders in. I'm not sure why that's happened. That's very bizarre. I do need to go back and check that because I am almost convinced that their enrichment was 100% before. But, oh well, no problems. We've got loads of Warthogs in there. I think we're going to have to look at trading some of them later on. Let's just swap that camera mode back again and let's go and have a look at the peafowls. We've got so many peafowls at the moment. We've got one of the babies right here. 96% welfare. They are doing fantastic. Great. Love that. And just going back to some of the issues that I have started encountering in this zoo now. So the lag has now started, albeit not too bad. It's only a couple of occasions that I've had, but I've had some very strange behaviour, shall we say. Some very strange notifications, such as the staff can't reach a feeder, which they've always been able to reach before, or guests getting trapped, or the best one, this is the funniest one, the Hippos enclosure wasn't big enough. Excuse me? Hold the phone? What? The Hippos enclosure isn't big enough? Are you having a laugh? It's the biggest enclosure in the park. So yeah, there is a couple of little strange things happening, which is why I'm debating turning off some of the settings. And like I said at the start of the video, I would love to get all of your feedback, what you all think. Shall I start turning things off now, such as the animal requirements, to make the game run a little bit smoother? Let me know down below in the comments what you all think. But the prairie dogs were absolutely fine, and it's snowing again. So let's make the most of this opportunity and have a elevated shot of the zoo. It looks beautiful in the snow. This game is absolutely gorgeous. It's such a beautiful game. It takes my breath away just looking at it. Even Planet Coaster, which is now a couple of years old on the console, I still look at that game and it blows me away, the beauty of the game at times. But let's have a look at these Caymans. Not the water lily, not the water lily. Let's change the camera and try again. Not the water lily. Right, okay, let's just actually click on the habitat itself. We can't click on the door, can we? So how many have we got? So we've only got the two, one male, one female, and their welfare is also 102%. What is going on with this welfare? This is really, really strange. Why am I having animals above the requirement? 102 again, look. This is so bizarre. What is happening? Why are you all so happy? Right, let's have a look at the settings a second, because there's something going on here. Why has all of that social welfare turned off? All of them were on before. Why is all of that now turned off? Again, this is now something new. This is now something else that I've now encountered. I haven't encountered this before. All of my settings have all turned off. I'm not sure what's going on. So we've got the water cleanliness turned off. We've got animal pooping turned off. I haven't done this. I didn't come through these settings and turn these off. So I don't know what's happening there. I'm going to have to come back and look at all of this and try and fix all of this. But yeah, I think this is another reason why we need to maybe look at adjusting some of the settings for this zoo to ensure that this series can carry on running smoothly. It didn't affect their welfare. They're still 102%, so we'll just roll with it. It's fine. They're happy. We'll leave them be. And let's go and have a look at the elephants, shall we? So I believe we've got 4 now, and I think welfare elephant has actually grown up, but I can't see any of them. They all All of them are in the hard... Well, 3 of them are in the hard shelter. Where's the 4th? Is welfare in here? Let's have a look. Is that welfare? No. Right. Is that one welfare? No. Okay, right. Where is he hiding? He's an elephant. He can't be hiding. He can't be hiding that much. I'm not seeing him. Where is he? Whereabouts is he? He's still in here. So whereabouts is he? Oh, he is hiding. He's hiding down the side of the hard shelter. Right, anyway, there he is. What a little hidey spot that was. And let's go and have a look at the lemurs, shall we? That's really tickled me, how he was just hiding down the side of the hard shelter. So, we've got a lemur in a box in that hard shelter. I'm not sure why that has happened, so let's make sure to unbox you. There we go. And I think the lemurs have really started spreading out over this entire enclosure now. They seem to be dotted all over the place. So that would be one of the black-tailed lemurs, wouldn't it? And we've got some more of the black-tailed lemurs down here. So whereabouts are the... there's a ring-tailed lemur right there just to the left. And where are the red-tailed lemurs? Are they around here somewhere? There's one just hiding there in the underbrush. And with moving the food over to this side... Yeah, I moved the food over to this side to try and start encouraging them around the enclosure. So that's why the red-tailed ones are there. And then we've got... Oh, that looks like a baby one. Is that a baby if we click on it? No, it's an adult. It's just a very small adult. But lovely to see how they are utilising that climbing, going over the top of the guests. That's fantastic. Yeah, really happy to see that in use. And finally, let's have a look at the hippos. And we've had some hippo babies. We've got one right here. So we've got a gold female baby hippo. And look at her. Oh, she is so cute. Look at her waddling. Oh, I love her so much. I still haven't got over the baby animals in this game. They're just so amazing. I love them all. I love the animations and they are so, so cute. But right, anyway, now we need to do the boring bits, don't we? We need to do the admin side. So, Jonathan, get on the hippos, please. Start researching them. And Hung, I think you can come off the advanced research and you can get on the red rough lemurs. So you can start on them. We've got all of our work zones now set up. So we've got work zones going around the entire zoo, each in its own little section. So we've got the wolves and the crocs in one bit. We've got the warthogs and the peafowls in another. We've got the reptile house. We've got the elephants all unto itself. That's just one work zone all by itself. Then we've got the lemurs in one, and then we've got the hippos and the prairie dogs in the other. And they will also have the tortoises, which we will have later. I just had a notification that we'd had an escaped animal, but I had a look through, and for the life of me, I couldn't find what had escaped. So I've got absolutely no idea what that was about. I couldn't find any escaped animals, so we'll just chalk that up to some strange behaviour again. Right, busy work. Let's train up all of the staff. I want all of them to level 5. And now let's have a look through all of these animals and let's see what we can trade, shall we? So we've got the 4 elephants. None of them are breeding at the moment because they've got really long lifespans, and 4 seems to be the perfect number. All of the exhibit animals are doing absolutely fine. We've got the 2 otters in there, so hopefully they will start breeding. We've got 5 black and white lemurs. I think we will look at trading that one. No, we can't. Wouldn't let me, so we'll leave that one. And how many prairie dogs have we got? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 prairie dogs. That is absolutely insane. These guys breed so much. It's so difficult keeping on top of these. I think we need to look at getting rid of at least 7 or 8. So we'll try and get rid of the older ones, and ideally ones that aren't silver appeal. But then I can't also be too picky at the same time. We need to get rid of so many. I think them 8. I think we'll get rid of them 8. There we go. So we're back down to, what would that be? 9. Maths, Matty, maths. Quick maths on the spot. So the boa constrictors are fine. The death adders are fine. The warthogs should be fine. Oh my days. Oh my god. How many warthogs have we got? Okay, that has never happened before. We are absolutely overrun with warthogs. That is insane. That might explain why their enrichment was so low. It must be because we've got absolutely ridiculous amounts of warthogs. Right, let's look at getting rid of, I'd say probably around 7 or 8 of these as well. So the same principle, we'll try and look at getting rid of the lower appeal ones, and we'll get rid of them 8 or 7 because it wouldn't allow me to get rid of that one. So get rid of 7 of them. That's still a lot better than it was. And by getting rid of all of these animals, hopefully that will also help with some of the issues that we've started encountering in this zoo. So whilst we've still got a lot of warthogs, I think that's a lot better than what it was. Right, which is the next enclosure animal we need to deal with. So we've got all of these exhibit animals. They're all fine. How many hippos have we got now? 7. Wow, they breed quickly. The hippos really do breed quick. That surprises me. And I imagine we've got absolutely loads of peafowls. We've got a couple on contraceptives. Those are the ones that we're trying to inbreed. So I think we'll just look at getting rid of them too. We'll get rid of them too as well. So get rid of them 5, ensuring that we leave a couple of males and a couple of females to ensure that they carry on breeding. And what is our next animal? So the Nile monitors, I think they'll be okay for now. There's not too many of them. The red ruff lemurs, yeah, they'll be absolutely fine. They're quite happy. No concerns with them. What is next? The ring-tailed lemurs. We've only got males, so we'd better make sure that we put a female in there in a second. So I'll remember to do that in a moment. And let's look at getting rid of maybe 1 or 2 of the crocs, I think. I think we'll look at getting rid of them 2, I think. Them 2 females. 3. Yeah, let's go with 3. Ah, it would only let me release 2 anyway. Right, and here we go, scrolling all the way back to the bottom again. This is so annoying. Right, and then we have the timber wolves. How many of you guys have we got? Oh, the speckled caimans, let's just quickly ensure they can breed. So we'll take them off the contraceptives. And then we've got 5, 6. So I think we've got 7 wolves. I think we'll look at getting rid of just a couple of them as well. Maybe just 2 or 3 of them, I think. And get rid of that one. And maybe just them 2. Just them 2. There we go. Right, and with all that done, let's remember to put a female ring-tailed lemur in to ensure that they can start breeding. So we'll pop that in there. And with all of that done, I think we can now start thinking about making a start on this tortoise enclosure. After that absolutely mammoth welfare check on all of the animals, it really does take quite a long time to go around all of the animals now, sorting them out. And when I do that in an episode, oh, we've got a inbreeding lemur there. Let's just very quickly put a stop to that. When I do the welfare check in a video, it takes up the vast majority of a video now, and it doesn't leave us a lot of time to do other things. But I am going to get this tortoise enclosure done for today's episode. I've already drawn the outline of where I want this enclosure to go. So if we have a click on that, we've got 360 square meters, which is more than enough to house some tortoises. I think they only require around 280. So if we bring this out around here, and I'm thinking what I might do is try and do something a little bit different with this enclosure. And I think I might use some rocks with some glass panes going in between them. We've got a little piece of path just sticking out there, so we'll delete that. And I think we'll try and do a hard shelter using the fence that we've already got to barricade the staff facilities off. So using some of them, I think we'll try and make a hard shelter with some of those pieces. So let's have a look for a rock that we can use. Not that one. I think we'll go with the Tiger rock. I think the Tiger rock is one of my favorites. And I think, oh, that one would be perfect. That is exactly what I had in mind. So if we put the first one down only, and then let's have a search for glass pieces only, and let's see if we can find a glass pane that will be able to go across there. So let's have a look down here. I don't really want one with a design on it. What I want is just a long plain piece of glass like that. Just like that. That is exactly what I had in mind. Right, let's pop that down there. We'll rotate that and then back that up ever so slightly. I think we're going to need to put something along the bottom and the top. And I think what I might use is the small faux rocks. But we'll get all of that down first. And I do need to rotate them rocks. I will make sure that I remember to do that, because I've only just noticed myself they're all facing the same direction. So I will go and adjust that and rotate them around. So I think some of these small faux rocks, let's just turn off the border because I can see the border. There we go. That's better. And I think we need to recolor that because it's not quite the right color, is it? I think we'll go with a grey one. Make sure that align to surface is turned off. Make sure that the random rotation is turned on. And then after doing that, we just need to go around and put all of the flooring back in again, making sure that it doesn't Z-fight by just lifting it up and down ever so slightly, because the Z-fighting on these pieces is absolutely horrific. It looks awful. But just by lifting it a little bit, it will stop that Z-fighting. And there we go. The enclosure is done. So I think we need to look at getting these tortoises in, don't we? And let's see if they can escape. Now, I've put nothing along the back except for foliage, and I'm not sure if they can go through that foliage or not. I may have to put some rocks there, but we'll see. So I think we'll go with these giant tortoises, and we'll go with that male and them two females, and let's send all three of them into the zoo. Pop them just inside there, and they will definitely be able to escape just there, won't they? So let's just delete some of this foliage and give them an access point into the enclosure, and then we'll just put a rock either side of the gate because they can definitely escape from there. And let's hope the tortoises don't come whilst I'm trying to do this. Come on, race on, quicker, Matty, quicker. They'll be on their way. Right, let's just pop that there. There we go. Come on. I'm against the clock. Oh no! Oh no! Right, quick! Put the other one there. I'll do that in a minute. Let's just see if they can escape anywhere else, and then we'll look at putting some more rocks going along the back. I'm gonna have to delete that bush just so I can select the tortoise. There you go. Just delete all of that. There we go. Right, can you guys escape from around the back? You can escape all along that back and get onto the train lines. That is not ideal. So let's just put some rocks going all the way along the back. They don't need to be too high because, of course, the tortoises can't climb. So let's go across the back and put all these in. And with all the rocks now coming along the back of the enclosure, hopefully that has stopped these guys from escaping. And it certainly appears to have worked. Fantastic. Great. So we've managed to keep the tortoises inside here, and they won't go running onto the train tracks, which would be absolutely horrific. We don't want that happening. So just before we start decorating the enclosure and putting the enrichment items in, I just want to hide these rocks going along the back. I don't really like seeing all of them, so we're going to use some of these bushes and then hide all of them. Now we can start adding some enrichment items for these guys and making sure that they are really happy. So let's pop one of these ice blocks down here, one of the frozen fruits. We'll pop that just there. And what else can we put down? We'll put one of these balls as well, I think. And make sure we put the feeder down. We'll pop that over here so the guests will be able to get a great view of them. And let's make sure this area is in a work zone. So the prairie dog and hippo enclosure. And whereabouts is it? It's quite a difficult scene in this view. And I believe, yeah, it was already actually in this work zone. I believe this one is actually in 2 work zones. I think the crocs and the wolf work zone also covers the tortoises as well. So, yeah, they'll have lots of keepers being able to come over and help them. And let's start decorating all inside here, shall we? Oh, we've got some dangerous fighting due to overcrowding. Oh, look at them go! Oh, it's like Mortal Kombat! Mortal Kombat! Oh, he's glitched inside him. Oh my days, what is going on? Finish him! Right, let's trade one of them out quickly. He carried on fighting even though the other one was gone. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, that looks so funny. Oh dear. When I said finish him, I didn't actually mean it. What's going on? We've got a dead one on the floor. Right, we need to get a vet coming to clean that up. We've got flies around it and everything. Oh dear, it really is like Mortal Kombat in there. That was awful. Right, we've got some vet research done. So Jonathan and Hung are making good progress on them. So crack on, boys. Right. I think we can now start looking at decorating the rest of this enclosure, because all towards the back is done, but all of the front of the enclosure is really lacking at the moment. So we just need to come all the way around the front, adding some more foliage, adding some more details to make the whole enclosure feel coherent. And with these final few pieces, I think we can call that it. So let's find a tortoise and let's have a look how you are getting on. There's one right there. Let's have a look at you. Oh, your social's very low. And that is all to do with your stress. I'm just going to turn it off. I'm just going to turn the stress off. I've made the decision. There you go, turn that off, because I can't put one-way glass in anymore with the nature of this enclosure that I've done. I can't change it, so I'm just going to turn the stress off. The hard shelter is nowhere near big enough either, so I think I might have to look at addressing that. But their welfare is 92%. They can get around the vast majority of the enclosure, so I'm quite happy with that. We've got their enrichment items in. We've got a little tiny water feature in there also for them. So with that, I think this enclosure is now finished, and it's not originally where I planned on putting the tortoises. I was originally going to put them on the other side of the station, so we're going to have a think about what we're now going to put over there in their place. But I love how when the guests queue up for the train line, they can then look over and see the tortoises in their enclosure. You're going to have to let me know down below what you guys all think. Let me know what you all think of turning off some of the settings. But I'm going to be back very, very soon. Until then, take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and see you all very soon. Bye, everybody!